And then I'm gonna move it over to Facebook.
Linda, where's Billy?
Billy is on the phone with his computer's down, so he's on the phone with in another room with them. So sorry, I just went in there to, yeah. This is weird. Start video.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Miss Merle.
Hi, Erica. I'm trying to get my face in here.
You're not the only one having that problem.
I just don't want you seeing up my nose.
You guys were funny. Okay, we're going live on Oily Rollers, y'all.
Okay. Rachel, will you monitor any comments on the oily rollers? Please. Okay, hello everybody.
Hello.
I'm gonna get started. And so if you're on the Zoom, you can put yourself on mute. So, and if you have a question, you can unmute yourself. And I'm Erica Young. I am excited to share with you tonight about a little bit about my journey of ditching and switching. We're getting rid of the things in my body, in our household, and of skincare products that were harmful, and starting to use products that build up my health and improve it. And so I guess we'll get started. It is 7:03. And you'll be able to rewatch this, and we're also going to convert this to a YouTube video for you to share with other people. That's the goal. So you're going to get started. So health is really just, until you actually get sick, you really take your health for granted. And I was one of those people. So before I start, I want to give a disclaimer that I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose you. I am just on this journey, and I have been I'm a simple person when it just comes to research. I don't like anything complicated. I want to live a simple life and use products that are clean, and this is part of my journey. So I am not a doctor. A little bit about my story is that back in 2013, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and these are a few of the pictures. The one at the very top left is one a picture we took just maybe 2 weeks prior to my diagnosis. And I started treatment, went through cancer, breast cancer, stage 3, triple negative breast cancer, and had went through chemo, mastectomy, radiation, reconstruction, infection in my reconstruction, removal of my reconstruction, and then began on the healing of my body, recovering from all of that. During the time I was going through cancer, I was introduced to natural health through a friend. At the same time, coincidentally, my husband, when I was sick in bed going through chemo, he started researching. I don't know what caused him to do this, but one night he stayed up and looked through all of our products and picked up every single one and started looking up the dangers of, and whatever it was, the chemicals that he saw on the ingredient label. And I came down the next morning, he had everything boxed up, and he said, there's something in this that causes cancer. I just don't want anything in my house that could be causing cancer or could be harming your body or harming our children's body. So when I said, well, that's a lot of money, all those products you're going to throw away. And he said, Do you want to look at the pile of bills that are on our desk? And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, you're right. It's not worth it. And so from then on, I really was forced to try to figure out, because he was throwing it away whether I wanted him to or not. And I was forced to figure out, like, how am I going to wash my face, or what lotion do I use? He just threw away my lotion. He just threw away all my Clorox cleanups. I had a huge thing of Clorox cleanups under every sink. So it started my journey of trying to figure out, you know, how am I going to live in a different way where I'm not putting these chemicals in my body that could cause cancer to come back and cause other problems. So that's our story. And I say our story because this was not just my story. When you have a health crisis, if you've been through a health crisis, you know that it not only affects you, but it affects your circle, it affects your family immensely. And so this is our story of how we learned how to change what we use. I want to also mention, I want you guys to do the research. You don't have to search hard. If you put the dangers of into the computer and then put a chemical down, it's going to tell you what the dangers of that chemical are. So when you look at the back of your labels, put it in there and you do the research. So because there's so much out there, but this not really conflicted if what the result is of some of these products and these chemicals that we frequently use. So that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men will have cancer sometime in their lifetime. Kids are experiencing puberty, and infertility is on the rise. So a lot of the diseases that we tend to think were older people problems, we're now seeing happen earlier and earlier. And what is really going on is that we assume we're safe. They assume the government's taking care of us, that nothing that we have available to us is going to be dangerous. In fact, though, only 200 of the chemicals that we actually, of the 84,000 industrial chemicals that we use in the household have actually been tested. And 5 are actually regulated by the FDA. 11 of the products are banned in the US, where 1,400 are actually banned in Europe. So they're ahead of us, way ahead of us. And it comes down, to be honest, it comes down to money. The last time the Federal Chemical Safety Law was updated was back in 1978, and we continue to have new chemicals constantly introduced. So 80% of the products we don't use, a lot of the stuff they don't have to even claim. They don't even have to say, because it's considered a trade secret, they don't even have to, they're not required to disclose that chemical is in it. So we have no idea that what we're putting on our body every day from when we're a kid, a lot of the skincare products, a lot of the household cleaners that we've used our whole life, we're just assuming they're safe, and they actually have these things in there that are maybe even that are banned even in Europe, and they're not even using them, but we're using them daily. So a lot of the chemicals we can control that we get in us, and there's other things that we can't. So, you know, a lot of the stuff like glues and formaldehyde in the wood that builds your house, and a lot of that stuff, paint, we can't control, but there are a lot that we can control. So the ones we can control are the ones I'm going to be talking mostly about. But the reason I put the slide in is because you can see that what we are living in is actually what's in our body, and it is connected to sickness and disease. So for instance, phthalates are where they found them in 99% of pregnant women, and they can find them in the cord blood that they're, you know, after a baby's born, they can find them in the umbilical cord blood. And phthalates are found in air fresheners. They're found in a lot of our lotions. They're found in, yeah, it has a ton of stuff. You're going to see a little bit more about phthalates, but that's a huge one that we want to try to avoid, and that we can avoid a lot that we have. Fertility problems have increased 40%. And this is from 2012. So this is an older statistics, but it's continued to increase. Asthma is 2 times higher since 1980. And Parkinson's disease is related to a chemical and so many other chemicals. And it's 100% increase with Parkinson's disease. The types of hazards that chemicals have, just to kind of summarize it, are carcinogenic. They can cause you to have cancer. They're toxic to the kidneys, which the kidneys are responsible for removing toxins from our system, specifically our blood. It affects healthy development in our children. It's neurotoxic, so it affects our brain and our neurons and nerve function. It is a hormone disruptor. So that's called also endocrine disruptor, and that affects, that's specifically one, like for instance, breast cancer, your hormones get off. Depresses them, they depress the immune system. They're very taxing on the respiratory system. They are toxic to the liver. It causes a ton of skin issues. If you want to talk skin issues, such a vast amount of skin problems with eczema and all sorts of things that are connected to the chemicals. And I can't tell you how many people that, probably a lot of the people on this meeting, as well as me, once getting off the chemicals, you see that your skin greatly improves. They're mutagenic, which causes cell changes, which that's also considered carcinogenic. And they're sensitizers, which some chemicals will make you way more sensitive to other chemicals. So you'll have a greater effect from another chemical because this chemical made you more sensitive to that. So how does it get in our body? Is the way that any type of toxins or anything enters our bodies is through ingesting, through our skin contact, and through our inhalation. So if you think about it, our skin is the largest organ of the body. So what we put on our skin, what we walk on, is going to get into our body, and our body is covered in skin, and what we breathe in. So it takes less than a minute for most chemicals to enter the bloodstream after skin contact. And we absorb 60% we put on our skin, and children absorb way more than adults. They're way more vulnerable to chemicals. I am going to hit on these chemicals, but I am not going to read all of this to you because it is a lot. So I picked, I think 6 or 8, I think I picked 8 chemicals that are big ones specifically in our household cleaners, some in other things, but so I am going to, if you want the list of these, I can send them to you, but I'm going to just hit and summarize these because I'd rather focus on the solutions rather than just focus on the specific chemicals. So perchloroethylene, also known as PERC, is in dry cleaning solutions and carpet solutions. So it's a neurotoxin, and it's carcinogenic. And as long as you have that smell of the clothes, clothes that were washed from like the dry cleaner, and you got to think about it, when you wash your clothes, it's rubbing on your skin all day long. So whatever you wash your clothes in is rubbing on your skin, the largest organ of your body, and most of your skin is covered with clothes, hopefully. That is getting into your skin. Phthalates, we talked a little bit about it, but it is linked to cancer and birth defects. It causes endocrine, I spelled endocrine wrong, but it has an E, missing its E, but endocrine disruption, neurotoxicity, neurodevelopmental issues, as far as a lot of other things as well. And that is banned in Europe and in most of our products if you're using over-the-counter products. Triclosan is what causes like an antibacterial, and that's in our shoes, that's in microban clothes and material. It's an aggressive antibacterial agent that can actually promote the growth of drug-resistant bacteria. And it is registered as a pesticide, and it's shown to be a very aggressive endocrine disruptor. And it's also connected to birth defects and uncontrollable cell growth. It's banned in Minnesota and Europe. I'm not sure why Minnesota banned it. Quaternary ammonium compounds, are also known as quats, are in fabric softener, fabric liquids and sheets, and they're in most things that are antibacterial, similar to what triclosan does, but it causes a lot more respiratory disorders as well. Butanethanol is in window and kitchen and multi-purpose cleaners. The law does not require butanethanol to be listed on the product's label, but it does have a lot of similar effects: pulmonary edema, liver, kidney damage. Ammonia It's found in polishing agents for bathroom fixtures. It's a respiratory irritant and known carcinogen. And people who have them, specifically housekeepers and things, they typically have a lot more chronic bronchitis and asthma caused by ammonia. Chlorine is in Clorox, and I was a huge fan of Clorox previously. But it is a respiratory irritant and is a thyroid disruptor when you touch it. It affects your thyroid. Fragrance is a huge one that I had to let go of, and that one was the toughest one for me to let go of initially, because I loved all that kind of stuff. Even though I was extremely allergic and had rashes on my skin all the time, I loved it. And but the problem is they're totally unregulated. So fragrance is not regulated. It falls under trade secrets. It's derived from petroleum, and it's been connected to allergic reactions, skin rashes, digestive issues, vertigo, hyperactivity, ADD, cancer, reproductive damage. Also, I didn't mention, but it's also a neurotoxin. So that is basically a few of many chemicals. I just kind of want to show what those are ones that we commonly use on our body. And the question that I heard someone ask one time was, if you knew that cyanide could kill you and you just knew, okay, a little bit won't kill you, would you still take it? No, you wouldn't. You're like, I don't want cyanide. The same with chemicals is, even though we take it in low doses, if you think about it, when we're using products, every day I'm putting this face lotion on, and I'm doing it every day. And then after I'm putting on my face lotion, before I put my facial lotion on, I'm washing my face in this stuff. And then I'm putting makeup on, and then I'm putting deodorant on, and I'm using whatever, feminine cleansers or whatever you're doing. And you think about it, and a lot of these things are in all of our products. And so when you're using it constantly in several different products, you're getting it in your system. And tiny doses pack a big punch. So chemicals are cumulative. They show up long after the exposure. And chemicals can oftentimes be, like we kind of said, they're sensitizers that can make you more sensitive to one. They can also, when two are combined, it even makes both of them more potent. Chemicals have a great impact during developmental stages. And so it takes less of a chemical to have an impact on a baby in the womb, an infant child. It's less of amount to have an effect and to get in their system. And so for an example, the NuvaRing, which is a birth control, it only uses 0.03 parts per billion to prevent conception. And albuterol uses only 2.1 parts per billion to stop asthma attacks. So something so potent can do something that we have, something that's supposed to, I guess, be good for you or whatever, to help you. Same thing, chemicals small amounts can have a big effect on your respiratory system and your hormones. So I want to now turn the corner and focus on how to start the journey and how I started the journey. Because my husband threw away all my products. So we're going to kind of go through that and talk about healthy alternatives, how we get started. How can I not be overwhelmed? Because to be honest, it can seem like it's really overwhelming. Like, I don't want you to walk away thinking I have to change everything in my house. I have to change all my products. It's basically taking one step at a time. And as you know better, you do better each step of the way. And so you don't need to feel pressure to go throw away, like my husband threw away my products. I would say the best way to do it is to start slow. It's the most affordable and the best way to do it so you're not mentally overwhelmed. So some healthy alternatives, and I'm going to focus on, I do want to hit this. I'm focusing mainly on the problem and cleaning products. We're going to continue every single Thursday, whether by Zoom or on our Facebook Live. Our Facebook page for Oily Rollers is going to hit a different topic of how to get rid of the toxins. It's the same thing, ditching and switching. We're going to hit laundry detergents. We're going to hit skincare products. We're going to hit bathroom products. So you will get a lot of education. So make sure you send me an email at the end if you're not in the Oily Roller page or you want more information. And my email is at the end. So, or ask the person who invited you to this meeting. Okay. So healthy alternatives. Baking soda is something we've learned to use and love. It absorbs smells. So you sprinkle it in laundry baskets, you carpet on the carpet, and you can put it in the refrigerator. If you mix it with water, it creates a scrub. So you can use it to scrub the bathroom. And then you can also run it through the dishwasher and the washing machine to help clean out those, those machines. And then white vinegar is really good for killing bacteria. It removes pesticides off of fruits and vegetables. So if you use 2 tablespoons per 1 pint of water, it's great. I mean, you can use it in a spray, you can put it in a bucket, however you would like to clean your fruits and vegetables. If you want to do a multi-purpose cleaner, you can mix equal parts vinegar with equal parts water. And there's some other ideas of mixing with salt, putting some in the toilet, soaking it overnight, removing crayons on the walls with a toothbrush. I've never had that problem, but I've seen bad problems with crayons on walls. Break down rust when soaked in vinegar. And then one thing to note is that white vinegar over time can actually dissolve finishes on floors and countertops, as well as rubber and stainless steel, which is why I'm going to offer another alternative. We do use some vinegar, but it's not our main thing we use because it does break that down over time. Essential oils are great alternatives, and they are the lifeblood of the plant. They're responsible for protecting and cleansing and healing the plant. So it kills organisms that make us sick, and they break down grease and grime. They're aromatic. They support the respiratory immune system. So some of the most popular essential oils that people use for cleaning are listed below. And then there's one of the most popular blends is thieves. So a single is, lemon, orange. And when we put a few together, it's considered a blend. So if you see over here on the right, you'll see essential oils do a lot other than just clean. So when you're using them, it's good for you. I mean, you may release some emotional trauma while you are cleaning your bathroom. You never know how you're going to respond to an essential oil. That has not happened to me while I'm cleaning my bathroom, but it has happened in other ways using oils, but you never know which oil is going to have an effect. But it's very good for your mind. It's good for your immune system. It's good for everything. And they're great. They reach every cell in the body in 20 seconds. So the benefit that you get from the essential oils when you're cleaning, you are going to be benefiting from. It's not harming your health like what we just read, all those chemicals. So not all essential oils are the same. So I'm going to tell you I'm talking about a specific type of essential oils because essential oils are not regulated, completely unregulated. So over-the-counter essential oils, if you get them over the counter, they're not going to be quality oils. So what quality oils do, and the ones that I'm talking about, I use Young Living, the essential oils, because I know they're of high quality, but oils, when they're produced cheaper, they're going to distill them in aluminum vats. There's going to be traces of aluminum, which we didn't talk about aluminum in this, but aluminum is not good. It's a neurotoxin. So if they distill them cheaply, then you're going to have traces of aluminum in there. And then if you, I'm sorry, that was so cute. And then if you have, and then a lot of them are carcinogenic, so they'll add different solvents to them to draw more essential oil out of the plant. And those are actually considered carcinogenic. So if they use fertilizers and pesticides on the plants, when you're getting the essential oils, that is the essence of the plant. You're going to get a lot of fertilizer and chemicals in your essential oil. So also when you get them over the counter, they're going to add carrier oils. So often a whole bottle will have this much of essential oil. The rest is going to be carrier oil, which are going to be, you'll know because it will have an expiration date and it will also stain your stuff. So don't use those because they will stain your clothes or stain stuff because it has a fatty oil in it, a carrier oil like olive oil or something like that. You don't want to clean with like your clothes with olive oil. Obviously you're going to get oil stains on them. So I want to be specific about that. because Young Living, from the point that it's a seed to how they cultivate it, to how they distill it, they test it, there is nothing altered about it. It is going to be the highest quality oil that you can get. And I truly do trust the company to do what they say, because I've seen it. There's actually the picture on the front with me. We were at Young Living watching them with the oils, how they harvest them and everything. So 4 ways to use essential oils is by diffusing. So that's the way that I was able to finally get rid of the fragrance in our house. Is I started falling in love with the diffuser. Not only does it have an effect on my emotions and lifting my mood and smelling up my whole house, is that it smells good. So I have found oils that I love and I use all the time. There's some oils I don't care for as much, so I just don't diffuse them. Or I mix them with orange oil, and orange oil seems to make every oil smell good in my experience. So, because I like citrus. But so you can use them for diffusing, which is going to affect your emotions, your respiratory and immune system. It's good for your skin. You can also ingest them for dietary use with our vitality mixes, our vitality oils, and you can clean with them. So the essential oils enter the body the same way that the chemicals enter the body, the toxins enter the body, is through ingestion, skin contact, and inhalation. So Thieves essential oil is one of our most popular oils that we use to clean. So it was used during the Black Plague. The grave robbers covered their body from top to bottom with this mixture. In return for a lighter sentence, when they got caught from robbing the dead people and not catching the Black Plague, they had to give their concoction. They were chemists, so they give their concoction up, and we purchased, purchased or obtained the recipe of what they used. And since then, testing what's in it shows why it's such an amazing oil for immune and for getting rid of anything we don't want. So bacteria and everything that we don't want in us, we use thieves for. So if you would like to, a great idea is to see what benefits of clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus radiata, lemon, and rosemary are. You're going to be shocked, and you're going to want to use thieves oil, because you're going to see it does replace what we think is cleaning our house really well. This oil does replace that. We use it it smells like Christmas, and we use it in our diffuser. We put it in our tea. If you add it to some baking soda, you can use it as a carpet freshener. So we do mix like the baking soda with our essential oils, and I use that a lot for cleaning. So they created a household cleaner from Thieves essential oil, and it is 100% plant and mineral-based ingredients in the essential oil, in the household cleaner. So it will boost your immune system. It fights microbes. It's a degreaser. It smells amazing. It's safe for the whole family. And if one of my children drink it, they just need to rinse their mouth out with water. Luckily, we're past that age, but this picture's cute because they were about that age where they might have drank it. So here's some recipes that that are great for Thieves household cleaner. It basically cleans everything. I actually have one right here. So I have the small bottle and the big bottle. I'll talk about the difference a little bit at the end. So one capful, I fill up an empty bottle. I didn't even bring an empty bottle. Like when I use all of this, I will actually use this and just get a spray bottle top, and I will just put like 1 or 2 capfuls in this, the bottom of this, and fill the rest up with water, and that is our cleaner. So this is a concentrate, but once the bottle's empty, or I use an empty bottle, then you can make your dilution. Yeah. But so you can use for fruits and veggies, you can use it in the dishwasher, you can use it in the laundry. So anyway, windows and glass is actually 1 part cleaner for 30 parts water, or 100 parts water, I think. Oh yeah, 100 parts water for a window cleaner. And it is amazing window cleaner. I've never been able to clean streak-free. You can ask my mom until I got Thieves. She always could do streak-free. I never could. Floors, put a capful of this in the toilet. This literally is the solution for you, not only to clean and get rid of toxins, but I love that underneath my sink in my laundry room, There literally is a bottle of this and the spray bottle that sits next to it that I fill it up and use all the time. So I don't have all the crap stuff in my house. I don't worry about what anybody drinks or eats or spills or touches any longer. So that is Thieves. So it also is cheaper than your other cleaners that you're going to get. So really, it's just like a win-win. It's a no-brainer. One of these bottles right here, you can produce 20 bottles of all-purpose cleaner for 16 ounces, which is actually a little bit bigger than this. And it actually ends up being $1.17 each for one of those bottles. And you're not going to get a bottle of all-purpose cleaner for that price from the grocery store. So essential oils can substitute chemicals. We use them in our skincare products, oral hygiene. Love the baby wipes. I clean my face with the baby wipes. We have hair care products, household cleaners, makeup, ointments, and massage oils, all made with essential oils that all have the same effect as what we've talked about. So how to get started is go outside and take a deep breath of fresh air and commit to start controlling what you can control and don't live in fear. So when you're breathing outside, you're breathing in nature. You're breathing in naturally essential oils, to be honest, whether you can smell them or not. You go in Colorado, you're going to smell the pine essential oils. That's what you're smelling. But still, breathing fresh air is important. And when you're in your house, you want to breathe fresh air. So the things you can control, start controlling. Get rid of the things that are harming you. The things, every time you use whatever you use for your toilet, Lysol or whatever, I can't remember what I used to use, probably Lysol or something. Every time I flush it, I'd smell it. I'm like, oh, it smells so clean in here. Now, once you remove yourself from the cleaners and you go into Walmart aisle of smelling all that stuff, even my kids are like, oh my gosh, I can't go in that. It stinks so bad. Because your body literally has to shut down part of itself to disconnect, because you're exposing yourself to so many chemicals. But I can guarantee you, if you get away from the chemicals, the smells, the fragrances, when you go around any chemicals, your body's telling you, no, get away from it, because your body will speak to you. And that might sound weird, but your body is smart. It's intelligent. I believe, my personal belief is God made your body intelligent and amazing. And your body will tell you, don't go there. And so when we continue to put things in our body that are harmful for it, eventually that radar shuts down. And so once you get rid of the scents, fragrances, cleaners, you will not want to go back to using store-bought ones ever again, because your body is going to not want you to. And you can tell, you'll be more connected to what your body's saying. So get a wholesale account to have clean products. So I'm going to tell you about that. I want something that's really good is there's actually a Healthy Living app and a Think Dirty app that you can get on your phone. And I think the Think Dirty is only for Androids now, but you can scan your products and the label on your Clorox, and it will tell you what's in your products and how dangerous it is. So if you can write those two down, Think Dirty and Healthy Living, look for one or the other or both, and you can scan your commonly used products, and it's going to tell you, okay, this was an endocrine disruptor, and you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to mess with my hormones. So I don't want my kids to be, have their hormones jacked up. So you'll know what the things you need to change. And so it's not as hard. You don't have to research every single thing. Start with a household cleaner. I have my timer going off, so I'm going to try to bring it home. Start with the household cleaner. That is actually one of the biggest things you can do. Buying this one bottle, when we got this, literally, we cleaned, literally, it solved most of our problems. My cleaning issues, anything we need to clean, it cleans, and it does amazing. So every single month, pick up a new healthy habit. Think about like, okay, this month I'm just going to do my dental care. This month I'm just going to do skincare. I'm going to replace something in my skincare. So if you just pick one thing at a time, it will not be overwhelming. If you pick everything, it's overwhelming. Okay, so pick one thing, household cleaner first. And then after that, if you, whatever you're feeling or you've noticed or you've scanned and seen, then start there. My skincare products, I'm going to find some that are better. And so a great way to start, and I trust Young Living. I love Young Living. And that's why I'm doing this, is because I love the effects that it's had on my life, and the group that of people that I've been able to become friends with and learn from. We are all on this journey of learning how to take away the things that harm us and how to add things that actually promote and support our health. So in doing that, my husband actually, I did not, he ordered the premium starter kit, where we got a diffuser and oils. And then that's how we got started. So I started, and he ordered the thieves cleaner. I started making all my skincare because he threw it away. So I started using the oils that we have in here, and I would just look up lavender, how to use lavender, and it would teach me. You just mix it. You know, the queen on here is Miss Merle. She makes everything. She gets, like, when I went to her house, she had her hand wash, her body wash, everything had a little label that she made on it, all just researching how to do clean products. And she's done awesome at it. And I don't think it was that hard. And let's see here. The other starter kit to start, I want to mention this. Once you get a starter kit, you get 24% off any retail prices. So then if you want to change your skincare products and you want to try Young Living's, you can ask me my opinion, or anyone who invited you if they like the products. I personally love the products. There's different face care products, but those are things then you can turn around and get 24% off retail prices on the skincare products or the dental products or whatever that are, so much of it is actually made with the Thieves essential oil. There's also a premium starter kit that you can get with Thieves, and you can, once you get this premium starter, the starter kits get you wholesale. So wholesale prices. So the premium starter kit with Thieves is $125. It gives you all these Thieves products. So that helps you get started. That will be an immediate start to to be honest, your dental, your hand wash, and your household will have those covered. If you want to do a cheaper option, you can do a basic starter kit, and that gets you a wholesale account as well. That's $35. And the biggest benefit from this is you get the wholesale account, so you get 24% off the retail prices, but you also get a bottle of Stress Away, which is one of most people's favorite oils. I think I have it here. Yep, sitting in my desk right here. And it's like considered what is it? A glass of wine and an essential oil or something like that. But anyway, it relaxes you, calms you. And I've been maybe known to sit at stoplights and sniff this when I'm stressed. Okay. And this is retail. So if you want, and versus the wholesale prices. So once you have, if you do want to purchase any of these retail, you can purchase them retail. So these are the prices retail versus wholesale. This one is way bigger. It's 64 ounces. This is 14 ounces. This one will probably last me 2 years, 3, I don't know, 2 years at least in my house, depending on how much you clean. Once you get a wholesale account, something that I do and I love is having something come every single month. And so I don't have to just get on and constantly order something. I stay ahead of it. So if I see I'm getting low on something, I put it on my Essential Rewards order. Essential Rewards is a monthly order that you can start up or cancel at any time. It's never necessary to do. It's not mandatory. But when you do it, you earn 10% back of everything you spend for the first 3 months back towards using on other products. After 3 months, so on month 4 through 24, you'll receive 20% back of everything you spend. So if you spend $100, you're going to get $20 set aside, kind of like, I compare it to like Kohl's Cash. Kohl's Cash, you turn around and use this $20 to then turn around and purchase whatever else you want. So they'll send you gifts. You have to have a minimum order of $50 per month, and you can change your date and change your order every single month. It is like Christmas every month where I get my package because I love getting it. So I actually use the Essential Rewards. Personally, I put my supplements on the Essential Rewards, and then I use my points towards my cleaning products, skincare products, and essential oils. So that is what I choose to do, because then I get all those other things for free, and I buy my supplements monthly on my essential rewards, and that works for me, but people do different things. But this was key in saving money while I was ditching and switching, is that if you can compare, like say you go to Sprouts and you go get their products, which is fine, you just still research them because not everything's clean there. But this is still going to save you money, because once you get the money back towards on essential rewards, then your the money back to use your points, then you're saving so much more money than if you were going and buying it individually somewhere else. So that's why we do essential rewards. So if you want to get started with Young Living, this is the link. You go to youngliving.com and then you click on become a member, and it will help you walk you through that. If you just want to retail, you just click the product and you can purchase the product there. Here is my name and my number. When you get enrolled, you will need a number to enroll under somebody. And I recommend you enrolling under whoever got you started. You can email me as well, and I can send you more information. But whoever's introduced you to this meeting, go ahead and use their number. And I really want to finish with this, is that this is my passion. I love this. Fall in love with taking care of yourself. Fall in love with the path of deep healing. Fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself, but with patience, with compassion, and respect to your own journey. So no one is going to take care of you better than you can take care of yourself. And as a woman, I typically find that it's easier for me to try to take care of everybody else than it is for me to take care of myself. And that's a huge lesson I learned when I was actually diagnosed with cancer, is that I spent so much time not taking care of myself. And I still have a tendency to do that. So it is important for us to take care of us and to know what's going in our body, to know what's going on our skin, and to help other people that are interested, which is why I'm here. So pick one thing you want to work on. Don't overwhelm yourself. Have patience and compassion for yourself in the journey that you're on. And then research the products. Find people that want to walk with you in it and to learn with you. We do have a big group with Oily Rollers that love, we're going to be meeting more often. We love getting together and learning from each other, and that's how you learn. And spend time investing in yourself, and spend money investing in yourself, because our health, we only have one chance at this life, and this body has only one chance. One life to live. And so you want to invest in making sure that your body is taken care of the best that you can take care of it, and to not stress over the things that you can't control. So I appreciate you guys' time. And if you have, I would like to give a giveaway. So if you, on this, we know who's on the Zoom call, and we know who's on the Facebook. If you comment, we'll on the Facebook post, on the Facebook live, then we are going to do some giveaways, and we will send that information. We will figure that out and we're going to do 2 giveaways. But I appreciate you guys. If you have any question, you can end the Facebook live, Patrice, and then we can end the recording, and then we can keep, if anyone has any questions on the Zoom, I can help anybody with that.